opportunity to hear from a couple of folks. Mic check. A couple of folks of what was unexpected in your conversation, or what was really alive in your conversation. I would love to hear 3 or 4 folks just share out what inspired us. What ideas did you all come up with? Unexpected, alive, yeah.
So I've been in social services in the state. I'm born and raised in the state, and I've been in social services for 6 years. I just learned about a resource that I didn't know existed. So the conversation kind of was just about how our communication isn't that great, and there isn't a good ecosystem in Rhode Island of sharing resources and information. So that's where I was. It was amazing to learn that there's a program that exists like this. So for every dollar that's spent on SNAP, you get $1 to spend on fresh food or produce. And I worked as an extension of DCYF with people who were relying on that system, and I had no idea that existed. And the clients I served had no idea that existed. So it was interesting to learn that here.
Wow. And did the farmers who were here, did they know about that? Because that's a way that you can make sure that you're making your food accessible, right? Thank you. What else?
I was suggesting that technically, because the public comes to these farmers markets to support their farmers, that maybe they can make it so that there's a percentage of those proceeds that are donated back to their community as well. So maybe you could somehow market it so that more people will come in and want to learn, but also want to come to your farmers market because they know that a portion of your proceeds gets donated to a charity that is of that week or weekend or whatever.
Yeah, when I was in Providence a couple of years back, there was this really beautiful alliance that was going on, and farmers, correct me, but like every farmer that was identified as European heritage or owned land was like trying to partner with a POC-led, people of color-led community project and make sure to be sharing resources. And so there were like flowers flowing and food flowing back and forth, and I thought that was really beautiful, like people-to-people way to make sure that we're in relationship and conversation, especially when at least in Rhode Island, it seems like the rural landscape and the farming landscape is predominantly white, which is a whole other thing. Other ideas?
I didn't really get to speak in my group because it was a good conversation, so I'll speak now. My name is Jesus. I identify as he, him, his, or anything as long as it's not a negative intent. And just something that I related to what he was speaking to, and that I think is important is I come through this work through a focus on youth and youth leadership through environmental justice and really thinking about environmental justice holistically, not just the water, the air, and the food you eat, but the space that you're in. So making holistic, environmentally safe spaces is also focusing on folks' identities and the trauma that they deal with. And so it's just I've had so many experiences with young folks. And I'm not gonna dirty my shoes, or I don't want to get that close to earth. It's really breaking down those barriers and that trauma is so important.
One more person to share out?
Our group, it was interesting that we talked about how Germany. Sure. How Germany gave out reparations to Holocaust survivors, and how can we kind of develop a system similar to.
Thank you for your big hearts and brilliant minds. Just to bring it back to the number one thing that's on that policy platform is to follow the lead of and support organizations that are led by the folks impacted by the issues. So we're going to do a little call and response, a shout out call and response. And after we go through these organizations on the list, you'll have a chance, if you know of organizations that are led by people of color in your community, that means over half of the leadership is Black, Latinx, Indigenous, Asian, they're working on food issues, you can add them to the list. So the way we'll go is I'll say, I have a shout, and then in unison you all say, out. So I have a shout, out. Then I'll say the name of an organization, and then you're going to say, may your strength be strengthened. So try that. May your strength be strengthened. Good. And so once we go through these, if you have a shout out, then you'll go, I have a shout, and then we'll all go, out, and then you can say. You'll get it. I have a shout. Out. For the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the National Black Food and Justice Alliance. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Southeastern African American Organic Farmers Network. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For Familias Unidas por la Justicia. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For Via Campesina. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Indigenous Youth Council. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For Black Urban Growers. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Federation of Southern Cooperatives. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Black Belt Justice Center. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Heal Food Alliance. May your strength be strengthened. I have a shout. Out. For the Native Lands Conservancy. May your strength be strengthened.
I have a shout.
Out.
For the MEANS program.
May your strength be strengthened.